What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I'm Wayno. How y'all feeling today? If you like what it is that we do over here, though, hit that sub button, hit them likes, run up that hype. Today, another conflict, another saga is brewing, and we just at the cusp of it. It is Vlad, DJ Vlad, Vlad TV, whatever you would like to call him. You know what I'm saying? I think the D in Vlad stands for dictator. You know what I'm saying? And Joyner Lucas. Now, this came as a surprise to a lot of people on Friday. I myself didn't see this on my bingo card, but what the fuck is on the bingo card in 2025? Like what can't happen? What won't happen? What will happen even? You know what I'm saying? But Joyner Lucas posted all of this from his IG. And it's a chronicalized timeline, or it's a timeline of DMs that Vlad had been sending. Sending to Joyner Lucas to try to get him to do a Vlad TV interview. Start September 1st, 2018. This is Vlad. Interested in interviewing you for Vlad TV. You killed it in Kamikaze, by the way. Then he hits him again 2 years later, May 15th, 2020. Come through for an interview. It'll be legendary, right? Then, let's keep this shit going. Then this is May 16th, 2020, interested in interviewing Joyner Lucas, Vlad TV, right? Then it's more, right? This is somebody talking with Vlad. It's somebody says, following up with Joyner, following up about Joyner again, would be a good time with the Will Smith single. Follow up again. This is December 13th, December 15th, and then another one on December 15th. It says, what's good, bro? His dropping, he probably meant to say, he's dropping his album top of the year. Let's revisit then, right? You go to the next joint, and it's basically saying, he's saying copy. Now in January, following up about the interview again. You said hit about this time. Then this is in June. Yo, this nigga's persistent as a motherfucker. It says, good to finally meet both of you. Let's lock in an interview. He said, you too. We'll keep in touch. Says, how can we lock in an interview? I guarantee this would be his most viewed or his most watched, right? Most watched ever. Person responds, I'm sure it will. Just right timing. When were you thinking, right? This is June 23rd. Because he been getting curved. I mean, listen, bro, it's been 2 years. Now, the thing about it is, like, sometimes people do chase a lot for interviews, but a lot of times you got to read the room. A lot of people have problems with DJ Vlad specifically because they feel like he gets people locked up. I'm a firm believer as the police only know questions that was answered. So if you get questions asked and they could be somewhat incriminating on any level, if you know that you handle or you're dealing any sort of criminal activity, illegal activity, then you should not be talking about any of that if you go on any platform, let alone Vlad's. But that's not how the world works today. The world works upon strictly just views, like just vibes. Like if I could get the views, that's all that matters, right? And he responds and it says, not sure, we'll let you know. Then it says, call me ASAP. So this must be this year. It says this is July 7th. It says, call me ASAP. Want to settle a legal matter with Joyner before we take in court. Yo, this video is brought to you by Jordan Craig Denim. Jordan Craig Denim is a brand, a family-owned brand, working in streetwear business over 30 years by the way of Queens, New York. On top of that, they got everything from premium denim. They got good sweatsuits, good jackets, all types of garments and all types of accessories for any and everything you need. A lot of people have wanted. Everybody from Allen Iverson, the Moneybag Yo, Shiloh Sanders, Paul Pierce, Vin Diesel. They got something for everybody. You know it's full time. You gotta get right. Go get you one of these sweatsuits. This sweatsuit I got on in particular is extremely comfortable. I can move around in it. It's comfy. I feel like I could wear this to go outside. I could wear this to the gym. I could wear this to go get my groceries, pick up my kids from school, whatever it is I need to be doing. Good airport fit. Jordan Craig got it. So if you like this sweatsuit or any of the stuff that you've seen, make sure that you hit jordancraig.com and use my code. Like I said, you support me, you support this channel, support Jordan Craig. Solve a legal matter before you take to court. You just was asking for an interview for 4 years, right? He says, call me ASAP. All right. Then he says, give me five minutes. We'll call you back. Vlad says, okay, let me know by 10 a.m. tomorrow what you decide to do. If I don't hear back, I'll assume you want to go legal route. And he posts a screenshot of Joyner Lucas's Twitter, I believe, with some video that he posted around something with Skepta, right? And then the person responds, I'm gonna pass it forward and let you know, but basically you want to do an interview, and when you're trying to do this interview, he says, I'm willing to forgo asking a legal copyright claim for my content being used in exchange for an interview. Now, I think this is where the shit went drastically wrong. So you are willing to sue a person, right? You're willing to sue a person. You having a problem with whatever it is that you got going on, but you're willing to throw that to the side if you can get an interview. This shit is crazy. This is crazy because now you want to control the person for using your content. Using your content in what context though? Like, did he use your content in a space of posting it as like using it in a song? Did he use it in a video? Is he monetizing this? But let's carry on. He says we can try to do it. He said we can do it in our Van Nunn studio any day next week except for Tuesday. I would need to speak to him ahead of time so I know he's not going into it with a negative attitude. Nigga, what? Not going into it with a negative attitude? You just threatened to sue me. And you said, if you don't do this, if you don't do the interview, I'm suing you. You basically trying to hold him hostage to do an interview for your platform. Now, let's just keep two things in perspective. Joyner Lucas does not have to do a Vlad interview, and Vlad doesn't necessarily need a Joyner Lucas interview. Neither one of them need each other. But to do the type of shit that he's doing based on you that mad that he used one of your clips, right? Now, Vlad has been very vocal about people using his clips and how he don't want people using his clips and he don't want people using his content, but he puts the content out there. Now, I agree to some sort of extent that when it comes to content, depending on how much you're using, because if you're going to react to something I even do, use a nice, like, don't use nothing over 2 minutes, bro. Like, don't use 8 and 9 minutes and 10 minutes of my shit to get yourself popping, right? Use a small portion. I don't believe that he used a large portion of his content. If he used his content at all, he did, but he says, I would want to speak to him ahead of time so I know he's not going into it with a negative attitude. Like, what? I want to ask, how would any of y'all feel? How would any of y'all feel if y'all was in a situation to do something, you know what I mean? And then somebody saying, yo, let me talk to you first so that you won't feel no way. Like, nah, bro, I feel a way because you basically trying to hold me hostage and giving up an interview, right? Then this is what Joyner Lucas, you know what I mean, said to Vlad, and he told, I'm guessing this is his manager that he's communicating with to send to Vlad. He says, screenshot it. Here's what I want you to tell Mr. Vlad for me. Dear Vlad, SMD, call your attorney and do whatever you have to do. I wasn't ever doing an interview with you before in this lifetime, and you definitely not getting an interview now. So settle your legal matters however you want to settle them, pussy. I always thought you was a bitch, and this just confirms the kind of bitch you are. No way in this lifetime or the next will I ever allow someone like you to extort me out of an interview. You got me all the way fucked up. Puts a clown emoji and says, send that to him, please. He sends it to Vlad, and Vlad says, copy. This is 7/7/25. After Vlad has been asking for a good portion of maybe 5 years, right? 18. That's 8 years he's been asking for an interview. So this is from, I guess, Vlad's, legal counsel. It says your copyright infringement entitles DJ Vlad to his actual damages, costs, attorney fees, and or statutory damages of up to 150,000 USD per infringed copyright under the code 17 US 504. Such as DJ Vlad demands that you agree to the following no later than August 11th. Dictatorship, right? It says immediately cease all use of Vlad's copyrighted materials, take down the second infringing post from your X page, and any affiliated materials use DJ Vlad's copyrighted materials, pay DJ Vlad for the damages he has suffered in the amount to be determined, and sign an agreement reflecting the above. Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. before I read the end of, this document that was sent over, when I used to work at Rockefeller Records back in my day, right? When I used to work at Rockefeller Records, Vlad used to come to the office, and Vlad was a cool guy. He used to come up to the office to see my man Ramsey. Ramsey was like, of the junior A&Rs, that was the bunch. It was Ramsey, Travis, and myself. Ramsey was like the lead of us, right? And people used to come up to Ramsey to get, they acapellas, they instrumentals, what I mean, whatever they need, they cleans, dirties, whatever. And when he always used to come to the office, he seemed like a calm, cool guy, right? He never seemed like an asshole. He never seemed like, he would be this type of person that you see today. Now, since then, Vlad has gone through a lot of different things in hip hop. He had his suit against Rick Ross, where, Rick Ross and them put their hands on him, and he sued them, and I believe he got paid for that. He has the Keefe D situation. He has countless amounts of situation. One in particular, when he, for absolutely no reason, brought up my friend who's no longer with us, Hovein's weight, when he was talking to Michael Jai White. And I just was like, yo, bro, why? This man just, like, why are you using him as some sort of example to make your point with somebody who didn't know him or anything, right? Which is very disrespectful and fuck all that. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that he could say, and he don't care about rectifying nothing with me. He don't have to. He don't know me. I don't know him. I've watched his content before. I actually like a lot of his content, but to see that because somebody wouldn't give you an interview and they use one of your clips in something, whatever it is, you want $150,000 in damages and suffering. Like, keep in mind about the law, right? The law is about what you could prove and all of that. But damages and suffering, what damages did you take by Joyner Lucas using any of your content? What damages? $150,000 in damages? All right, let's read through the rest. If you agree to the above by the date specified, DJ Vlad will release you from their past conduct and refrain from pursuing the matter further. Yo, fuck is you? Like, who you think you is to be talking to people like this? See, this is with these lawyers, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Lawyers are some devilish people, right? But it says, if we do not hear from you, we will have no choice but to advise DJ Vlad to proceed with the legal avenues to protect his rights. This letter is written without prejudice to any other claims or defensive DJ Vlad may have, all of which hereby expressly reserved. I look forward to your timely response. In the meantime, please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Now, Joyner Lucas posts this. And Joyner Lucas has something to say. He has a message for Vlad, and it says, when you get sued because you ain't want to do an interview, shaking my head, lame nigga, been stalking me for years to go on his weak-ass channel, and when he realized I won't sit down with his bitch ass because I hate everything about him, he decides he's going to try to extort me out of one instead. He says, shaking my head, Vlad. He asked Vlad, he says, you got to be the bitches of all bitch niggas alive. You wanted clout so bad, here's your clout hoe. Now, the only thing I have towards this is, this is only going to fuel the fire of Vlad to pursue more legal actions, because calling him and all these different things, it shows you what type of time he's on. And now he could possibly say, oh, defamation. Now, I don't know how far this can go. I don't know how far he plans to pursue this. Sounds to me like Vlad's feelings is hurt. I mean, because most people who he asks for interviews probably jumping to do the shit. But just simply off of that, at the point where you seen that it wasn't going nowhere, why would you keep egging on? You feel me? Like, the writing was on the wall that he was not jacking anything that you was doing, that he was not into nor supporting anything that you was representing, because they kept giving you the spin. And it's not like Vlad's a rookie. He's been in this shit for a long time. So you should have known that. But y'all tell me what y'all think. You know what I mean? Because we have all these different situations when it comes to legal matters. Again, the obvious conversation was the Drake one versus UMG. Then after that, most recently, we had the Cam, versus J. Cole situation where he's suing. Now you have this Vlad thing. And to me, it doesn't seem like Vlad has any damages or he suffered anything. It just seems like he's doing it because he can. Because, well, he used this, so I'm going to go at him the hardest way I possibly can because he didn't want to do my platform anyway. Seems a little wacky to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think. This is I Do It Myself. For the ones that rock with me, you know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually you will. I will catch y'all Monday. Peace.